Hi everyone, my name is Nelly Laurivuori and I am the Pedagogical Director for SISU Finland. Today I will show you a few things that we have inside our SISU boxes. So here you will see our CC's SISU box that is a preschool in a box. And here inside we have many different kinds of activities for children, but also for the educators to use with children at preschool or at daycare, or for parents to use at home. So what do we have inside a box like this? I will show you some examples. So this one is a multi-utility cube that you can use, for example, when creating stories with children or when practicing different alphabets with children. And in this cube, we have 6 different sides, so you can change the letters and the pictures that you have here. With the package, with the box, you will get different kinds of pictures and letters that you can then use, so you can modify this cube the way you need and which things you are this week, for example, learning or teaching. Then you have different kinds of story cubes. So these are small cubes that you can use. There are different images here, so you can then practice what kind of words are beginning with the same letter as in the picture that you see in the cube. Or then you can also create different stories. So the child might throw the dice, the cube, and then what picture comes there, she or he has to create one sentence, for example, about that same picture. Then you can do this in a group so that everyone at their turn has to roll the cube and create a sentence that is related to the previous sentence, so that then in the end you will have a story from all those sentences that the children at their turns have created. So this is a really easy way for the child to be creative, but also to start practicing how to tell a story or also write a story. So these kind of cubes give you really easy ideas for the child then to start practicing how to use their imagination and tell stories, for example. Then if you want to practice mathematics, you have this really nice game. This is an ice cream game, so you can just imagine how inspiring and motivating this kind of topic is for the child. So here you practice different kinds of math things. So this is from the age 6 on. So this is not for the smallest children, but for example, with the preschoolers, you can already use this. So delicious moments with math with children. Then we have also another game. So this is a puzzle game. This is something that you can play by yourself. So this is really nice game to have in your classroom or at home when you have a moment for a child that he or she doesn't know what to do or wants to have a game also by him or herself. So this is an easy game then to also play by yourself. Then we have alphabet pocket chart. So this is something that you can then have in your classroom wall, and here you see all the different alphabets, and in every pocket you also find a small figure of beginning with the same letter that the alphabet is. So with B you will find a banana, for example. So this is also a really nice way to study and discover, explore different alphabets. And then one idea is also, because these are only just examples of the words that you can create with these alphabets. So this is also as an example. So we take, for example, letter F, which is here fish. So the children can then try to figure out what other words they can create with the letter fish. The F can be the beginning letter of the word, but also inside the word, another letter inside the word. So this is a really good way of practicing alphabets, and also this you can use to create longer sentences or stories. Yeah. Then let's continue. You saw these bigger story cubes, but then you can also have these smaller story cubes. And this is the similar way as I explained before, that in every side of the dice you have a different picture, different image. So this is also something that I've done with the adults, and it's really easy way to create nice, joyful atmosphere among the children with your students. So you can create stories, and the idea is that when you have a picture, your turn. I, for example, have bread here, so I could say that yesterday I went to buy some bread. Then the next person would throw the dice. Here's a pineapple, so then he or she would create a sentence with the pineapple word. And the idea is to then relate that sentence to the sentence that I just said. So then when we make a few rounds, then we have a story that we have created together. So there are different dices here, so it's also really nice idea how to practice language skills. Then we have different games. If you want to practice numbers or math things. So we have this puzzle game where you have numbers from 1 till 20. So it's a puzzle, and you can build it only in this way. So it's really nice for the child to then understand the order of the numbers, because you have to build it so that after 1 you will get number 2. So this is especially when you practice the order of the numbers. So this is really useful for that. And also because of the colors and the shapes, it helps the child to understand the order, and then to really practice the order of the numbers. Then you have this kind of a math game also. This could be used maybe with also first graders, second graders. So every part has, for example, here it starts with different numbers. Then the second row tells you if you have to do multiplication or division, or you have the minus sign, or if you have to sum the numbers. So this roll by roll, you will get some instructions on what kind of math things you have to create with this. So it's really easy to take with you and to use also outside the classroom if you want to take this with you. So these are examples that you will find inside our SISU box. And these all materials that have been used in these games are sustainable, because we try to use as little plastic as possible. So the materials are, for example, wood, cloth, or paper. So then it's you will know that you will do also a sustainable choice when you choose these games. And why these are so nice games and activities with your children or your students is that you can see that these are really hands-on activities. With these games, they are learning by doing, and you don't have to be afraid that something is going to break. These are designed for children to use and touch with their hands, and to have different learning experiences by playing and by doing. So that's why this is really nice to have in your classroom.